when you study psychology, they will say your early child environment have a big impact how you perceive life. If he have a good year or good dasha, his 10,000 might turn to 20,000 or 30,000. Poor person is riding a bicycle, a good dasha might give him a motorbike. If somebody is born in a poor family, so as an astrologer, if I'm looking at his horoscope, I can say, this year is going to be a good year for you. How come people born on the same day? Namaste all. In today's video, I will answer a very, very important question. One of our audience asked me is, how come people born on the same day, or twins born to the same parents, or triplets have different fate and destinies? I practice astrology, numerology, and palmistry. So when I combine all the three sciences, it's easy for me to interpret and give the predictions. But for the layman, I will explain what are the important factors that will determine the persons even born to the same parents within few minutes apart could have different destinies. So I'm sure many of you have some family members who are born twins, and you often notice their nature, the way they approach life, their emotional intelligence, and their life events, they are different. So what is the reason? Their education might be different, their health situation might be different, their marital life and longevity will be different. And astrology helps us understand. And since I practice Hindu astrology, Vedic astrology, Nadi astrology, so our astrology, if you haven't watched my previous video on fate and destiny, where I explain the importance of karmas, and we believe that all the souls that come into this life are bringing past life karmas, and we are born in certain household or to certain family in certain city based on our karmas. I'll explain you in a very easy example. So let's say if somebody is born in a poor family. So as an astrologer, if I'm looking at his horoscope, I can say, this year is going to be a good year for you, great opportunities, you're going to make money, and this dasha will give you growth. But if that poor person is riding a bicycle, a good dasha might give him a motorbike at the most, right? And other example is if a kid is born in a rich family, he's already born with a car. So his good dasha, if he put his effort, he do good, karmas, from a car, he will go to a luxury car. He might have an Audi or a Mercedes. So there's a big difference. Same example, if somebody is starting his life from middle class family, he might be investing in stocks. Maybe let's say he invests $10,000. If he have a good year or good dasha, his 10,000 might turn to 20,000 or 30,000, because based on his karmas, he has to get profits. At the same time, if somebody is rich, he invested 1 million or $10 million in stock market, that 1 million can turn to 10 million. And that can be life transformation for the rich person. Whereas the person who has 10,000 rupees or $10,000 turning to $20,000 won't make much impact in the person's life. He still have to struggle, he still have to grind. So those are very, very important. So as astrologer, when we meet person, we have to consider time, place. So let's say a kid is born in a war-torn country. There's bombs falling in their neighborhoods. People are killing each other. There's very much unrest. Though his horoscope or numerology grid shows that person has lot of capabilities, he has a lot of potential, but his opportunity is limited. His fate is already predestined. So if you take the same kid who was born in the same time, same day, In that case, it is born in some developed country where there's tremendous opportunity, there is no risk for his life, and where his voice is not suppressed, that kid will thrive. So this is very, very important. When you study psychology, they will say your early child environment have a big impact how you perceive life. I have seen sometimes kids came from broken families, where they don't get emotional support, and they are not taught emotional intelligence. And these kids, since they are not emotionally intelligent and come from disturbed family where they were always suppressed emotionally, if they create any trouble, they were yelled at, they are cursed at, and sometimes they get beaten. So those kids don't know how to express their emotions, and when they grow up and get married, they have hard time relating to other people and form meaningful relationship. I see this all the time. Whereas another person born in a stable family with average same kind of horoscope as the first person, but he was taught emotional intelligence, his family was spiritual, he don't blame other people, he don't blame God, he just try to improve himself. That guy or that person will do way better, because of their early childhood environment or their spiritual growth. Folks, if you are emotionally strong, spiritually strong, you will take your setbacks as setups nature is providing you so you can learn and go to the next level. But if you are emotionally weak, you will make molehill out of mole. You will have always somebody to blame instead of creating opportunities and using your free will for growth. There's a lot of research done on interviewing criminals that a lot of them come from disturbed family and they have very less control on their emotions. And most of these people, they try to escape the harsh, brutal realities of their situation by resorting to drugs and alcohol or bad activities. And if I see horoscope where a couple comes to me for marriage counseling or see whether this person I'm getting married to is the right fit, three things are very, very critical that differentiate your reaction to any situation. So if let's say there's a fight or somebody start yelling at you, there's three ways you can react. First thing is you can be neutral. You just take a deep breath, just take a walk outside and let the situation diffuse. Second, you can give a negative reaction. So let's say if somebody cut your car off or somebody yell at you, curse at you, you curse back. So you are just aggravating the situation, making it worse for you. That is the second thing you can do. Third, the smart way you can do is positive reaction to any situation, meaning you can be compassionate. If somebody cut you off, you might think, what, maybe he's in a rush, he has a family situation, or maybe he has to reach his job, and you can accept the situation, and that only comes with strong spiritual growth. So folks, when you're raising your kids, be compassionate. If kids is giving a tantrum, try to be more understanding instead of yelling, beating them up, shutting them up. You are creating big, big problems down the line. And science have told and explained multiple times that first 8 or 10 years of a kid's life is very, very critical. It will set up him up or her up for the next years. If he is struggling emotionally in first part of his life, he will struggle all the life and feel lost unless they resort to spiritualism or try to seek answer under the guidance of a good teacher. Now coming to nitty-gritty or technical analysis, like if you bring a horoscope of a twin, how I can interpret it, we have a bunch of different techniques. One basic technique we use as a Hindu astrologer or Vedic astrologer is if twins are born, so we take though their ascendant or lagna, if we cast a horoscope is same. So let's say if somebody first house represent your persona, your outlook of life. So if let's say for example that is a Libra and the second twin also is born within 2 hours where the lagna doesn't change, he will also be Libra. But both will be different. How? When we consider interpreting the horoscope, we take the birth last born as the first conceived, and we take the last born as the lagna, the first house, and the second kid who was born, meaning the the first born is the second conceived, and we take and look at his life events from the third house. Same if triplets, horoscope come to us, we interpret the same way. We take the last born as the first conceived, and that is made the lagna or the first house. Second born is seen from the third house, and first born is seen from the fifth house. So we rotate the horoscope, and each house rules certain aspect of life in astrology. First house is lagna, your outlook. Second, money, your early childhood. Fourth is education, house environment. And then 10th is career, and 11th fulfillment of wishes. 6th is health. So when we rotate the horoscope, results will be different. Same in Nadi astrology, it dissects different layers. Planets, nakshatras, sub-levels. So even with 2 minutes difference of a twins, one can have a beautiful career, good health, other can have bad. For example, 6, 8, 12 is considered, bad houses in astrology. So within 2 minutes difference, those coordinates will change, and sometimes it shows in one of the persons 2, 7, 11. So meaning that person, 2 is relationship, second is a partnership or marriage, and 11 is fulfillment of wishes. So that person might be showing he's getting married. Other person might, by only 2 minutes difference, it might show 1, 7, 10 or 1, 4, 10. 1 meanings, single. 4 basically, negate love and romance. 10 again is not fulfillment of wishes, meaning that person might have challenges getting married. Same with, career. So 2 minutes can make a big difference. Houses signified by the nakshatra sub-level will ultimately give the results of the planets. So we can see that, but that is more technical aspects. But nature, nurture, environment, spiritual growth is very, very critical where born. So if you're born in a billionaire's house, even with the average horoscope, you can still, have a big growth. Your parents have connections. You start already with $1 million. It's easy for you to make 2 million. But if somebody is struggling, came from very poor family with no connections, for him to make 10 to million, his horoscope has to be very, very exceptional. Otherwise, yes, he can have growth, but he might start with 10 and maybe go to 100,000. I hope I explain in this video how karmas are very important. Though you are born in the same family to the same mother and father, but your destiny or the karmas you bring from the past line could have a big impact what results you get in this life. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.